literally like you're doing CPR. You go on the ilium and you just press down. Like press. Did that hurt?
Not really.
If it hurt, you would feel it in the SI joint. But then it's like, all right, so you have an SI joint problem. It's not the SI joint you have a problem with, it's still muscular. But the other one is lay on your back. Anyway, I want to say it's on Bob and Brad, the physical therapist on the internet. I think they showed it too. But then there's also these, not the sports physio, but the physiotherapist. These guys from like New Zealand or something like that. They're really smart. But they show these 2-minute videos. They're great because it's all just like assess. We're going to assess the SI joint. So it's almost like you cross over the leg, you brace it, and you apply a force down. And I know you'd think, well, isn't that adductor? Yeah, but it would also hurt, like you'd feel irritation in the SI joint. So it's like, all right, even still, I don't need to do the CPR type of thing to feel that SI, oh, that hurts my SI joint. What it really is either multifidus or glute max. My friend's a doctor. He, at 52 years old, became an MD. Which he's not going to be happy with because he's literally owes $450,000 in like loans now because he took $80,000 each year for like room and board and medical. But anyway, he was telling me about the SI joint and he was like, yeah, I found these assessments and it's like, yeah, this physio guys, I go, they're really good. But he said, but it turns out that no matter what it was, when I tested glute max, it would always come back weak. And he's not really a real muscle tester guy, but he really likes it and he incorporates it into his practice as a doctor. So yeah, he's like, yeah, every time I treat the glute max or test it, I always find it weak when they have this SI issue. I go, yeah. I go, and it's really not the SI. It's just probably just feels it more because it's in that area. But it's the glute max because where's the glute max attached? On the ilium and the sacrum, right? Down to the coccyx bone. But yeah, so that's interesting. Plus, splenius longissimus. So it's about 20 degrees up, 20 degrees to the opposite side to where he's looking, chin up, and I'm gonna push him in the actual direction he's looking. Ready? Resist. Boom. Now, the splenius capitis, it's 30 degrees of extension, 30 degrees of rotation to the same side, chin up. I'm gonna push straight down because the muscle's right here. Ready? Resist. And I push down. Then I go back to neutral. Then it's 40 degrees. Well, I should do this. As much degrees as rotation as he can, as much degrees extension as he can with chin up, and I'm gonna push straight down. Now longissimus, resist. And he's good. And then I do it to the opposite side, let him fall all the way down. Don't hit your chin though. And then it's about 20, 20, chin up, and I push in the direction he's looking there. Stop me. So it's on this muscle, but it's opposite side rotation. Then the other two muscles are the same side. So now it's 30, 30, chin up, straight down, stop me. Then it's full rotation, full extension, chin up, stop me. Straight down. That's how you test those three muscles. Treating it, it's a whole nother story. Complicated. The semispinalis capitis, it comes down and it angles out. So when you opposite side rotate to the left slowly, it shortens. So it's an opposite side rotator. Okay? Go to neutral, right? Good, thank you. Now, the splenius capitis comes down and in. So now rotate to the same side. Same side. Yeah. Go to the yeah. Now see how it shortened? So it's the same side rotator. The longissimus, because it goes to the mastoid and it attaches down to the transverse, go to the same side. See how it shortens? Yes? Like the rubber band gets shorter. That's why the two muscles are same side rotators, but the semispinalis is an opposite side rotator. It's sort of like your upper trapezius. So the upper trapezius, the EOP, right? So it goes here to here. Do you see how when she opposite side rotates, it shortens? And when she goes to the same side, it lengthens? So yeah, that's why you can always look with this kind of stuff and see what a muscle does. So just opposite side rotate, it shortens. Same side rotate, it lengthens and stretches out. That's not how you would stretch a trap because the only thing you'd have to do is just side bend to stretch the trap, right? Thanks. So yeah, this was always a good material. How I learned muscles is just how we just attach O to I and then see what the muscle can do. Muscle out of the way. and I just get in between that little groove, the spinous process. But where's my little cervical? Please. Thank you. Here, and I'm just going right here, articular process. Not spinous process, just the articular process right there. Okay? So basically it's just right here. And I'm going 4, 5, and 6. Do not touch 7.
Okay.
Or they'll die.
Oh, jeez.
It's just 4, 5, and
Fear
6.
of God.
Then the transverse process of C7. So you find the spinous process and just go lateral. And then it's the spinous process, the transverse of C7, T1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get that vertebrae? 5, 6, and 6. If the example was like right here, right, the spinous process, you're just going lateral and then down, transverse process, down. So basically wherever it is, the spinous process, lateral and straight down, lateral, straight down, lateral, straight down. Do you feel tender? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the insertion is find the EOP, the external occipital protuberance, little bump right up the center, and just a little bit inferior to that and lateral to it, between the superior and inferior nuchal line. Just touch bone. As long as you're touching bone, you're good. And break! Down to T3. C3 down to T3. Boom, and then boom. Let's do it. C4, I'm on that side of it, right? C5, 6, and 7, right? Then T1, 2, and 3. Then I find the EOP and I go even lateral to it. Are you feeling any referred pain on the opposite side of your head? Huh?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was gonna say it's going like this way.
Oh, but you're feeling referred pain.
Yes.
Yeah, again, nobody can figure out what it is. Now, the trigger point will say it's trigger point, but I'm not touching technically the muscle, I'm touching the tendon and the bone, right? Because if I was the massage therapist, I'd be down, and that's actually the muscle. So if you're feeling pain here, nobody knows why we're feeling pain. I'm telling you, I'm not on the muscle right now. And she's feeling what she would feel like with a trigger point, right? We don't know why we feel pain and sensations, like the guy said on the video. We just don't know why. Keep going, more. There we go. All right, so remember, it's full rotation, full extension, come up, full extension, and then chin up, and I'm gonna push straight down, resist. Okay, now scoot down. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now take your, look at me, do that. Yep, okay. And then relax, don't do anything else. All right, so I go C4 to C7, articular process. And then I get the transverse process of T1. So if I find the spinous process, I just go lateral, T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5. Remember I said if you just get to the inferior border of the scapula, that's usually T6, but you could just count it down. Then I find the mastoid process, which is just behind the ear, and I just go a little posterior to it because right there is where the SCM goes anterior. So I just go a little posterior to it on the mastoid, and I'm on the longissimus capitis.
Like 5, 6 times?
Oh, how palpating? Mm-hmm. Oh no, just I'm talking, but I would just do it a quick, like the little circle, and that's it.
Okay.
And the direction being tested, flex the neck and neck up with chin up. So it's just, relax, don't do anything. Neutral, right? Because again, people start neutral. Okay, full rotation, chin up. Now head straight up, full flexion. Side bend the ear. I'm gonna go ear to ear and resist. Could be tired and resist. Or not, okay? So then, this is pretty easy. It's just a dot and a dot. It's just a transverse process of C1. So I find the mastoid process, and I just go inferior to that, and you'll feel that transverse process right there. Remember, it's the most protruding longitudinally. And so C1, transverse process. And then what I do is I just go up into the occiput, right at the base of the skull on the posterior side. So it's literally, if I found the mastoid, I just go at the base of the occiput right there. Yep. And then it's again full rotation, rotate, chin up, and then full flexion, ear to ear, and resist.
Wow, big difference that quick.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
I gave you 10s.
Oh,
Gave you 9s.
You're the best. 9. And then down, and we're going to opposite side rotate. With the chin down, I'm going to re-rotate out of it. Ready? Resist. Beautiful. Relax. Go to neutral, chin down, rotate to the right, keep it there, and resist. Beautiful. If it's weak, it'll rotate. And then we just get the spinous process of S2 to the transverse process of, did I say S2?
You did, and I was
Well, I was just checking to see if you were catching me.
That's
I
really
had-
a long way off.
It doesn't
Yes.
say any of them, it just
S
says
two.
Access and Atlas.
Yeah, so it's, well, C1, C2, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the transverse process of C1, Atlas, to the spinous process of Axis, which is C2. So just dot and a dot. And then you, that's it. And then retest it. And let's do that. And then let's get the hell out of here. Well, so hold the table with both hands. Turn it out. Knee straight. Bring your legs out. Hold your legs right there. Ready? Resist. This is strong. Turn over. Glute max. Get your forehead straight down. Yep, with your hands. Bend your knee. And then lift your leg straight up. Hold that leg up in the air. Resist. Didn't I test this before? Or the other one? Something just exhausted on it before because I don't think it's just a long day. So I go from the coccyx right up through the sacrum, right out, because all this is glute, but all that is tendon. So I'm not even touching the actual muscle. Right up the SI joint. Get that up.
I see you. I see you.
There, here. Now I'm on the gluteal tuberosity of the femur. So the glute attaches right on the femur. Then the knee. It's literally called the gluteal tuberosity on the femur, and that's where the glute attaches. All right, lift up and hold it. Resist. Ready? And resist. Okay, turn over. And now she has lots of external. Let's look at. Okay, so press arms, chest up, rotate all the way. Where your fingers are, side bend. Stay right there. I'm gonna push you that way. Ready? Resist. That's good. Internal oblique. Go down. So these have an external oblique. Hold the table with both hands. Lift up. Bring it out. Hold it right there. Ready? Resist. That's good. Okay. Hold it right here. I'm gonna push in. Resist. Ready? Resist. So that was the actual lateral fibers that were reaching.
That's why it
Oh, by the way, one thing. So technically, I didn't say class was over, but if you feel you got enough information